Out of the Rough. I'm Fred Arnold, and in this show we're going to highlight opportunities and solutions to help get you out of the rough and into success, both personally and professionally. In these tough economic times, I want to provide you practical solutions to many of today's challenges. Today I'm joined by my good friend Fred Krieger. Fred Krieger is a mortgage professional at American Family Funding and also the chairman or the co-chair for the Via the Valley Industry Association B2B conference. Welcome to the show.
Great. Thank you, Fred. I appreciate being on.
I want to talk about the B2B program, the B2B show that's going to happen. It's May 8th, correct?
Right. It's going to be May 8th at the Santa Clarita Hyatt. And this is a yearly function that the Valley Industry Association puts on. And again, it's the quintessential show every year that, call it B2B. What is that? That's business to business. And that's really what the association is about. The Valley Industry Association is about businesses doing business with other businesses. It's also about best practices. It's about networking. And so really what this is one full day of getting all that, out of that show.
Getting all that information. So let's talk about the morning. The morning starts off with...
Yeah, so it's interesting. This is a unique opportunity. We have a panel that we're putting together with large companies here in Santa Clarita Valley, because everyone always asks, how do I sell to a company? Do I just pick up the phone? How do I get through a gatekeeper? And so what we're going to do is we're going to have people from the city, we're going to have from Hart School District, and we're also going to have from Disney Ranch. We're going to have them on a panel, and other businesses are going to be there and learn, what are those businesses looking for? Because there's going to be some common themes. But again, at the end of the day, our industry and our association is about how do you give back to the local community, the local businesses that are doing business today. And that's one of them. These are the resources in order for you to be successful and learn about what we call best practices.
And it sounds like to me that it's the best practice of going after big companies, because those are all big companies.
Right. I think people are very intimidated. And so if we can demystify maybe some of those facts, I think this would be the best way to approach.
Lunchtime. Two great speakers.
We have great speakers. We actually have a keynote and then an opening speaker. We have Jeff Cleveland, who's a local economist who's been he's been featured on many TV and radio shows. And so we're looking forward to really understanding in these interesting times, as you and I always say. And then we have Noelia Rodriguez. And so she actually works for the Los Angeles Metropolitan Authority, but most recently she was actually worked for the former First Lady Laura Bush. And her experiences, and we actually had her on one of our lunch speakers, and just the room was quiet. It was just incredible stories that herself, when she grew up and through adversity and was able to overcome a lot of issues. And it's just an incredible story that I think all of us, are inspired about.
I haven't heard Mr. Cleveland. I'm looking forward to that. But Ms. Rodriguez was incredible. I mean, she really captivated the room. So you have that at lunchtime, which is kind of different, two speakers, at the afternoon.
And then we have the Business to Business Expo. So we're going to have all these large businesses, and small and medium, in one particular room where we're going to have purchasing managers, we're going to have CEOs, we're going to have your independent entrepreneurs come to this expo and learn all the different products and services that maybe they haven't even thought about. The old saying, you don't know what you don't know, and I think this is really what it's about. You go to this expo and you're going to find out payroll services, security, insurance. There's so many questions that you ask. Instead of you going through the phone book or picking up the telephone or reading on the web, you're going to meet someone directly in person who's going to make that decision. And I think that's just the quintessential issue of what we have here in Santa Clarita Valley.
Yep. Businesses doing business with other businesses. And then a happy hour. I'm sorry I'm calling it wrong, but a VIP reception.
Right. There's going to be a VIP reception just following it. So, at the end of the day, everybody is, I call it always on. What does that mean? That means that I'm talking about business, I'm talking about myself, I'm negotiating maybe a contract. And really what people want to do at the end of the day is really kind of relax. I want to find out about you. I want to find out about the person I'm about to do business with, and it's a much more of a networking, friendly event where people, again, can just, find out about their daily
Find out how their day went and just relax.
Yeah, exactly.
Before they go home. Those that want to reach out to VIA?
So the best way is to go on the website, which is VIA.org, so it stands for the Valley Industry Association, or they can call Nancy or Kathy at 661-294-8088.
Thanks for all you do. Fred's a mortgage professional at American Family Funding. Work with Fred a lot, and I appreciate all you do for the community. You're an amazing guy, and you're doing some amazing things for VIA, so thank you.
I appreciate it. Thanks, Fred.
Absolutely. We're going to jump to a quick break, and we'll be right back.